Welcome back to the ClubCast podcast. Today we are taking a look ahead, specifically at what education may look like in 2026. Each year, the Overdeck Family Foundation, these guys share predictions about the future of learning in the United States, drawing on research, data, and what they're seeing on the ground in schools and educational programs. These predictions don't just focus on policy, they focus on what's actually changing in the classroom with teachers, students, and technology. In this first section of this report they did, let me scroll down here. You'll see that they looked at what they got right and wrong in 2025. So it's always fun to see and kind of hold yourself accountable and to see if you had your finger on the pulse or not. But I will link this document so you can check this section out yourselves. But what I want to do is see what's in store for us this year. So let's break down the biggest themes shaping education in 2026 and what it might mean for schools, families, and learners. All right, in section 1 here, one of the biggest predictions in 2026 is this: literacy recovery will continue to outpace math. Why? Because schools are finally implementing classroom practices grounded in the science of reading. This isn't just talk anymore, it's showing up in lesson plans, teacher trainings, and daily instructions. Math, on the other hand, hasn't seen the same level of consistent implementation yet. So while the research exists, adoption has been slower, and in many cases, educators haven't received the same depth of support. So the big takeaway is students may continue to make stronger gains in reading and not math. So that, again, according to the Overdeck research. This is not ClubCast or our predictions. This is the Overdeck predictions for the report they put together here. So section 2, cell phones. Another major shift expected in 2026 is the rise of cell phone restrictions in schools. More states and districts are limiting phone use during the school day, especially in the middle and high school. So the prediction: modest but real improvements in student engagement and attendance. That said, phone bans aren't a magic solution. They help reduce distractions, but they don't replace higher quality teaching, strong relationships, or engaging learning experiences. Here's to podcasting and engaging learning experiences in classrooms. So think of this as removing a barrier, taking cell phones out, not solving the entire problem. Let me scroll down. Segment 3 here. Testing isn't going away in 2026, but how states use test results is changing. Federal assessments will still exist, but many states are moving away from tying test scores directly to accountability ratings for schools. So this could lead to more flexibility, but also more confusion. So with fewer shared benchmarks, it may become harder to compare school performances across state lines or clearly define what success might look like. Let me go down. We'll check out section 4 here. In early childhood education, the prediction is slow but meaningful progress. More states are expected to move beyond simply funding pre-K and start focusing on quality. Things like curriculum alignment, education training, and instructional standards. The shift towards quality over access alone might be a promising sign, according to Overdeck. Let's check out section 5, the big one. So let's take a look at artificial intelligence in 2026. AI will continue to grow in education, but not in the same way some people expect. Rather than completely transforming the classroom, AI is more likely to improve existing tools, support teachers with planning and feedback, and help personalize learning at the margins. truly disruptive AI instructional models will still be rare. At the same time, generative AI brings challenges, especially when it comes to maintaining high-quality instructional materials and ensuring students are learning, not just generating answers. Let's scroll down to segment 6. Interestingly, the conversation about teachers may shift in 2026. Instead of shortages, some regions may face teacher surpluses, driven by declining student enrollment. At the same time, teaching may become more attractive as a profession, especially as other industries feel more pressure from automation and AI. Education nonprofits will also continue seeking tech-savvy talent, often through partnerships or consolidation, to keep pace with digital innovation. Segment 7. Let's get scrolled down to segment 7. So, student engagement remains a major challenge. Without meaningful learning experiences and reduced distractions, absenteeism and disengagement will likely continue. But programs that combine engaging content, strong relationships, and creative funding strategies, including after-school and out-of-school learning, are expected to stand out. So, what does that mean for podcasting in education? That's the big thing here at ClubCast and what we're trying to do. So, for what it means for schools, clubs, and after-school programs, especially when it comes to bringing the podcast into those environments, taken together, these predictions actually make a strong case for why podcasting fits so well into education right now. First, as literacy becomes a growing focus, podcasting naturally supports reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Students aren't just consuming information, they're researching topics, writing scripts, organizing ideas, and communicating clearly to an audience. That kind of authentic literacy practice is exactly what schools are looking for. Second, with cell phone restrictions increasing, educators are searching for purposeful, engaging alternatives to passive screen time. Podcasting gives students a creative outlet that feels modern and relevant without relying on consistent scrolling or social media. Third, as AI tools become more common, podcasting helps develop skills that can't be automated, like critical thinking, collaboration, storytelling, and human connection. While AI can assist planning or editing, students still need to think, speak, and create. Podcasting also fits perfectly into clubs and after-school programs where flexibility and student choice matter. It can bring together students with different interests, from sports and music to science, books, and community issues, and give them a voice. And finally, as schools look for ways to improve engagement and attendance, podcasting creates a sense of ownership and belonging. When students know their ideas matter and their voices are heard, they're more likely to show up, participate, and stay connected. In many ways, podcasting isn't just enrichment activity. It's a tool that aligns with where education is heading: deeper learning, real-world skills, and student-centered experiences. So overall, what do all these predictions tell us? Education in 2026 won't be transformed overnight, but it will continue evolving through incremental progress, better implementation of research-based practices, and thoughtful use of technology. For educators, parents, and students alike, the message is clear. The future of learning isn't about quick fixes. It's about consistent, intentional improvement. So thanks for joining me in this breakdown. And if you want to bring podcasting as an educational tool into your classroom or after-school program, make sure to reach out to us at clubcast.us. And we would love to support you on your podcasting journey, give you all the tools, training, resources, brainstorming sessions, and just adopt and make podcasting a perfect fit for your classroom, we're here. If you found everything that we talked about interesting, please share it with anyone you know that cares about the future of education and making classrooms more interesting, more special, more creative, and more connected. So until next time, see you in the next one.